So we're going to talk about type of metcons or type of metabolic conditioning workouts. There's a lot of different variants, probably infinite number of variants. What we want to talk about, we're going to break this down as best we can into kind of the structure of how you'll see some of them so you understand what you're looking at. They break down in two parts. One is a time-based and the other is work-based, meaning one will have X amount of time, so 9 minutes or whatever, do as much of the workout as you can in that, many rounds or whatever it is. We'll talk about more about those specific ones in a second. The other one's work-based. So it's, here's the work you got to do. How fast can you do it, right? Let's break those down so you can start to understand, because there's different subcategories in each one of those. One is rounds for rounds, right? So it's, I have to do 9 rounds of 5 squats, 5 push-ups, 5 box jumps. How fast can I do it? So it'll be the same thing repeated however many times. That'll vary. The inside, like what you're doing will vary, but that's what it looks like. It's always like X amount of rounds of this. The next one is like a descending or ascending kind of number, where it's, so in this case, it's 21, 15, 9. Like if you look at it, squat, jumps, and push-ups. Fairly common 21, 15, 9 number, but it means you do 21 of everything, then 15 of everything, then 9 of everything. Then you're done. How fast can you do it? Kind of the other one is one time through. All right. So in this example, it's 45 squats, 45 push-ups, 45 box jumps. Could be lots of things, right? Could be, here's the list, do it one time through as fast as you can. Sometimes there's some running in there each round, whatever it is, right? That's what you're looking at. It's one time through. Some of these are called chippers. Some of them aren't. But that's the idea. Those are the 3 basic principles you'll see under a work-based one, and we do a lot of those. Time-based, a little different. There's what we call AMRAPs, where it's, again, same thing you're doing. You're just doing as many times as you can in a certain time frame. So looking at that first work one, if we transfer it down and still have 5 squats, 5 push-ups, 5 box jumps, now instead of doing 9 rounds, we're just doing how many rounds can I do in 9 minutes? That makes it as AMRAP, as many rounds as possible. Max reps is another fun one, where like in this case, it's, you have 5 minutes and you're gonna do 21 squats, 15 push-ups, and then as many box jumps as you can do. Your score there is box jumps. That's it. So you have a certain amount of time, do as much work as you possibly can. Ladder is kind of a special case AMRAP in that the reps go up, right? So it's in this case, the 9-minute ladder starts off at 5 squats, 5 push press, 5 box jumps, or 5 push-ups, 5 box jumps, and then it goes up by 1 per round. So this next time through, you're gonna do 6, 6, 6, and then 7, 7, 7, and then 8, 8, 8, and you get as high as you can in that 9-minute time period. There's a lot of variations of all of these, including ladders where we add weight to things, but that's the general idea. It's either how many rounds of this can I do, how many reps of this can I do, right? Or a ladder, generally. Like I said, millions of different ways to look at it, but that's the general way it falls. The other one you want to look at is buy-in and cash out. So that's essentially means, buy-in means I do it before everything, cash out means I do it at the end. You do it one time. So pay attention to this, because this happens a lot where people get into it, even experienced people, and it'll say buy-in, 800-meter run, then this, this, and this. And they do 1 round of this, this, and this, and then they go right back out to the run, which they're not supposed to do. So in this case, it's, the example is buy-in, you do 30 push press, and then you do 21, 15, 9 squats, push-ups, and box jumps. All right. Where people generally have problems is if it says 30 push press and then an AMRAP of 5 squats, 5 push-ups, 5 box jumps. If it's the buy-in is 30 push press, you do it at the beginning, and then with whatever remaining time, you do as many of the push press, squats, and box jumps as you have time left over for. Cash out is exactly the opposite. So it's what you do after you've done the rest of the stuff, right? So in this case, it would be 21, 15, 9 squats, push-ups, and box jumps, meaning 21 squats, 21 push-ups, 21 box jumps, 15 squats, 15 push-ups, 15 box jumps, 9 squats, 9 push-ups, 9 box jumps, and then I cash out with a 400-meter run, right? Murph is an example of both. Murph is kind of a famous workout we do for tribute workout for a Navy SEAL. Essentially, you buy in with a mile run, and then you, in the middle, you do 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 air squats. You break those up however you want. So it's not essentially a one-time through thing. It's 20 rounds of 5, 10, 15, or whatever you do. And then you finish off with a cash out of a mile run. Now, I don't expect you to understand all of these. There's a lot, but this gives you kind of a basic primer on what you're going to see when you kind of look at the workout. So you have an idea of the general structure of them. The coach will explain it to you. There's people who've been here years that still will have questions about it. Don't worry if you don't understand it, but this will give you a head start on kind of coming to terms with exactly what you got coming up.